Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Suburban family home. You guys gave me so much love already on this build, and I'm so happy and grateful for that. Thank you so much for all the nice comments, and the video is doing really well, so I'm really happy with that. And I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more Suburbans. This is my first one. I don't know, I feel like Suburbans are kind of hard to build because I don't know, to me, they're not boring, but they're not my favorite. They're just kind of like normal. I don't know, they're just like a normal house, but I like more exotic houses, I feel like, if you will. I just haven't done them because they never do as good on YouTube, or like, I don't know, a lot of people just don't know about them. Like my Art Deco house, I love that house so much, but it just, never does as well because it's not as common, or like, it's just a very unique house, which I personally love a lot, but it's kind of hard to do what the algorithm likes and what you like, so I kind of have to find a balance of that. But I definitely am going to do another Suburban because they're kind of quick and easy. Like, this house was pretty, like, once I got the exterior done, it kind of is a lot faster from here. Although I will say that this kitchen that I'm doing right now is kind of long because the interior, like when you start the interior, for me at least, it's always like a little hard to start because I'm not sure what direction I want to go in. Like, you'll see me on this kitchen, I'm gonna like move around things like 1,000 times probably because I'm trying to figure out the best layout and like how to make this look. And I end up putting a wall or a door in between like the kitchen, kind of, which I ended up loving because it kind of gives that like open concept, but it's just not. I don't know, I really like how that comes out. But my recommendation, if you are gonna like recreate this, is to just kind of follow the tour and see what I change, I guess, or like, because I have a lot of things going on. It's like, see, here I am trying to figure out how to do this, but then it doesn't work out. So I'm just saying, like, try to go off the tour because like that's the end result, and then you can use this for like more anything else, I guess. But the beginning is always kind of rough for me, and then when I edit it, I kind of want to not, like, I want to cut it out, but if I cut it out, I always like leave parts in, so then it's kind of confusing and probably not the smartest idea of me, but I guess I just do it that way. And then I don't want people to like get mad for me cutting out certain parts, but if I don't use it, then I don't know, it's just kind of a struggle if I'm being honest. You just can't really win. But I just settled on like this, I guess. But yeah, my goal this year was to upload a new build, mind you, like a new build every other weekish. So it's like 2 builds a month, and I'm coming to the conclusion that it's kind of unrealistic. It might be like once every 3 weeks because I uploaded this build last week when I'm filming this, and I was like, okay, start on my new build, but then I have to like do so much more. Like, I have to film this video, or edit this video, I guess, and then film the voiceover, like do TikToks, do short content, which is crazy now. That's February. You can monetize your shorts videos now, so I'm gonna start like doing that more. I've always wanted to do like shorts videos more. They're kind of harder. I don't know, I feel like YouTube's more picky about that kind of stuff, but I definitely want to do like the shorts videos. But yeah, with all that being said, it's kind of hard to like figure out all of that. Like, I haven't worked on my next build that much, and I wanted to get this like at least a little bit more done, but that's just life. I have school and stuff, so that's just how it is. But I really am trying to get that done, and so hopefully a build within the next 2 weeks should be done, and I'm really excited for you to see it. I love this. I'm loving the new house. And also, it's hard because of Bloxburg and the money. You don't get like unlimited money. You have to obviously work for your money. That puts a toll on the process because you have to like worry about that, and because my builds are expensive, it does take definitely it's a good chunk to work that out. But yeah, I just want to get better, but it's just hard, But in other news, there's a lot of good shows coming out this month, now that it's February. I believe I'm filming this on the 3rd of February, and I think 𝑚 comes out tomorrow, season 4, the show 𝑚. I love that they call it 𝑚. It's so funny when people say, oh, I'm watching the show, like, 𝑚, because then it sounds creepy, which the show is creepy, so then it's like, it fits, but I always have to say the show 𝑚, because for that reason, but, yeah, it's coming out tomorrow. I think it's the 4th, right? It's coming out. So I'm really excited for that to come out. I think it's the final season, so that's gonna be interesting how that plays out. And there's also Outer Banks coming out later this month, which I also love, so I'm excited to see where that goes. They just released the trailer yesterday, I believe, so I'm super excited to see that. And I'm not sure what other shows are coming out, but I feel like this month there's a lot of shows that I like that are coming out, and I'm excited for that. I'm gonna start rewatching some of the shows, just because I always like to do that. They're just so fun to like rewatch, especially the last season, because it takes Netflix so long to upload new seasons that I have to rewatch some of them, and I just like love it. I don't know, I'm the type of person that loves to rewatch shows. Like, I barely watch new shows, which is kind of bad, but I always just love watching like old shows or rewatching them, because I think I saw someone say that it was like an anxiety thing, that like people like to watch the show because they know what's gonna happen. But I feel that, but also it's like nostalgic, because I don't know, like rewatching Stranger Things, it's like you go into a certain like era of your life. Like 2019 when season 3 came out, like whenever I rewatch that season, it just brings me back all those memories, like not even about the show, but just all those memories that when I watched it at that time, it just brings back like so many memories. So it's so fun for me, I guess, in that way. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I just love doing that. And I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. She's kind of going crazy, of course, when I'm filming a video. Okay, I had to take a quick pause because she would not stop doing that, and yeah. So I was getting really annoyed, and I'm sure that's probably annoying for any of you guys watching it, so I had to go pause and wait for her to be done with that, and now I'm back. But on another note, it is February, which is so weird. I feel like January went by super slow for me, but also kind of fast in a way. January is like my least favorite month because there's really nothing going on. Like, you have all the hype of Christmas and the holidays, and then January, there's nothing really going on. And from where I live, the sun sets super early then, and it's just brutally cold, and there's just nothing really to live for. I mean, that sounds really not like that, but it's just like there's nothing really going on that you can't really look forward to. But I will say that my birthday is coming up. It's in a week from, or less than a week from today when I'm filming this, which is the 3rd. So I'm super excited for that. And I kind of love the placement of my birthday because, like, if you ask for something for Christmas and you don't get it, you can just put it on your birthday list, and then it's like a little life hack. I don't know, it's nice like that, because I hate like creating lists like that. It's just like time consuming, and I always forget to do it. And then like this is nice because I can do anything that I kind of didn't get or forgot, and I can put it on this list, or I can put it on this list, and you know, you have that. So like that's really nice. But I also like don't love my birthday that much, like just in general, because it's just like stressful because you have to plan all these different things, I feel like, and like arrange like what your friends are doing, what your family is doing. Like, I don't know, it's always stressful. I never know what to do, and to me, I always like have high expectations of doing certain things for my birthday, and then it doesn't turn out that way, and then it makes you really like mad or sad, and then it just never goes how you want it to go. So then it's just like it just creates a weird dynamic, I think, for me. But I do like love my birthday. It's like in February, so it gives you something to look forward to, because you have like the whole hype of Christmas in December. Oh my gosh, you have the whole hype of Christmas and stuff and all the holidays in December, and then January it's like just kind of nothingness. But I just kind of like that my birthday is there. That was a whole side note. But okay, so now I'm working on the kitchen, and you'll see me go through like 100 different cabinet designs for this. It was just, I didn't really know what to do, because I love like the little trimming of a lot of the cabinets like I did before, where you add like another, like it's like an offset kind of, and then more lines like that, how I'm doing it right there. But it just like, it was getting a little too traditional vibes, and I know Chris wanted more of a modern look, which typically that really style isn't very like modern, so I decided to do something different. So I am just gonna be like, right now I'm just playing with so many different kitchen designs, but this is why I can't really edit my videos very well, because I always like don't know what I want to do with the kitchen like cabinets or whatever, and then I'll just leave them, I'll move them to the side. As you can see, I move some of them, all the cabinets to the side, and then I don't want to delete the part where I build the cabinet, because I might use it again. Like I always leave it there in case I want to use it, and it's like there as a backup, but then I never do. So I don't know. And I feel like it's annoying for you, because then it's like you have to watch 2 different cabinets being built. But for me, it's nice because I don't have to build. Like if I want to go back and use that cabinet, it's already there, and I don't have to like re-record it of me building a cabinet. But maybe I should. Maybe it's like a little. Maybe that's not that hard as I'm thinking, but I don't know. But yeah, this kitchen I would say is one of the hardest parts for me to build in this house, because it was like the first room I did, and I just didn't really know how I wanted everything to look. But once I got the kitchen down, it went a lot smoother from there, and I'm really happy with like the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. Like I love those rooms together. They look so good, I feel like, and I'm really obsessed with how they came out. So yeah, just bear with me. The kitchen was like the most annoying part. And also when I was filming this, I was on a call with Chris, which makes me build like a lot slower, because I'm like talking while building, and it's just, I don't know, for some reason it makes me build like a lot slower. So I don't know. And so that was kind of harder for me, but I love talking to Chris. It was just a little, I get like a little sidetracked, because I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna say and like processing information, and then also building at the same time. Like normally I just listen to music, and talking can make it a little slow for me, but that is okay. Okay, going back to the fact that it's February, Bloxburg hasn't updated in like a month technically, which if you guys didn't know, they always update like pretty much every month, and they kind of skipped January because they did the New Year's update, and then they removed it without adding anything new, which normally they'll do the New Year's update and like add a few like New Year's stuff, and then they take it away, and then they add more like random stuff that doesn't really apply to New Year's, but it's just kind of like you get a new update basically. So I guess that's kind of sad. A lot of people are expecting an update, and I guess I am too. It's always so nice to have an update in Bloxburg, but now we are approaching on the Valentine's update, which is any weekend from now on. Like it could be tomorrow, could be today technically, but I kind of doubt it will be today, just because I don't know, we haven't like, normally you see like a little bit of leaks and stuff, but we haven't really seen any lately. So I doubt it's going to be today, maybe tomorrow, but I still think it's going to be more like next week. So I'm looking forward to that, but I mean, who knows, because they don't really address that they have a certain updating schedule. It just like, people assume because that's how they always do it. It's always like the first or second weekend of each month they do an update. So we're not really like, no one really knows what they are actually doing and when the update is going to be. And that is why if you see anybody saying like, I know when the next Bloxburg update is on YouTube, they're probably just doing it for clout, because no one really does know. You can make good guesses based on previous updates and how they work, but you can't really say like, this is when Bloxburg is going to update, because no one really does know that. Like, you could really think that it's this weekend, and maybe all signs point yes to it being this weekend, but it's just they're on their own schedule, which is fine. Like, Bloxburg updates at their own pace, and you just know that the Bloxburg updates, they're being late for a reason, and we kind of have to respect that, especially since I got bought by a different company, or like, I don't know, I think 𝙂𝘼𝑗 is still working with them on it, but I guess we have to give them some more time to adjust and figure that out, because I'm sure there's a lot of new information being shared across the board about the game between their team and stuff. So I definitely would give them a little more time to settle in and stuff, but it is kind of annoying, and I feel like Bloxburg is kind of dying a little bit down again. It always like spikes during Christmas, because obviously the update and stuff, and like everyone's home on winter break, they have nothing to do but play Bloxburg, all this stuff, and then once you get to like, I don't know, this time of year, it starts to die back down, like after all the holiday updates, and then especially if they don't update, and then it starts just declining so much. So yeah, that's kind of sad, but it does get better in the summer because everyone's like not in school, they have all the time to play Bloxburg. I just feel like it's so happy in the summer, and to me, honestly, I'm normally in private servers a lot, so I don't really experience this, but I don't really like the snow anymore. Like, I normally think I think they get rid of it earlier, but they just haven't done it yet. And I just want them to just get rid of it. It doesn't really affect me that much, but just knowing that I have the winter stuff is just kind of annoying to me. And I know it's still winter. Like, I live in a place that is winter still, and it won't be it will still be winter until April or like March, end of March, April-ish. But it's just kind of annoying. I just don't like the snow. I'm just kind of sick of looking at it. The grass is just so much better, like for build, especially because I don't really have a winter house right now. So obviously I want this grass because that just fits the environment, I guess. And also because I have a whole plot, like a full plot dedicated to like stocking up items. And I have Christmas on there, I have New Year's update on there, I have winter items already stocked up, and I could obviously go in and individually delete all the Christmas and New Year's items since we don't have that anymore and get it into my inventory. But like, it's just so much easier to have the bulldoze option, and I'm just kind of like waiting so the winter update goes away and I can just delete it, and then I'll have an open plot, which is like so nice because I feel like I have been building or buying new plots like crazy lately. Like, I used to be a chronic house deleter, and I would build a house and I do like a speed build obviously, and then I would delete it and then get money for it, and then the whole process would happen. I probably had like 2 or 3 plots at the time, and I'd save the house for maybe a month or 2, I don't know, depending on how much build I did, and then I would delete it, and then the whole process continued. So I kind of stopped doing that because people sometimes would ask me like, oh, can I see your house, in like my DMs, and I wouldn't say no, obviously. Well, I had to say no because they were gone, and I was like, I'm sorry, I had to leave that house. But now I'm like trying to not do that at all, and I know eventually I'm gonna have to delete some plots, and I probably will. Like, houses I don't like, I will delete eventually. Like, they'll be gone eventually, but I just am trying to keep my houses as long as possible. It's just like really nice. Like, this is your sign if you are a chronic house deleter like me. This is your sign to kind of leave them do their own thing, because it's like kind of nice and cool to kind of have your own like portfolio of all your builds, and like you can load up like any plot. Like, I love when people like have a ton of plots and I'll be in their game and they'll show me like, oh, I have this plot, and then I have this plot. This plot is a hotel. This house is like a modern home. This house is like my suburban mansion home. Like, it's so cool. Like, I love seeing people's plots, and like when they show me like their gazillion plots, I love it. So this is your sign to stop deleting your houses and just work and get to that high promotion level in Bloxburg because you're gonna make more money that way. That's like, I don't know, I always would delete houses, and that's why I would never have to work, because I would just delete houses and then use the money to build a new house. And you know, obviously you have to work a little bit because you lose like 50% of your money when you delete a house, which is another reason to not delete your homes. Don't do it. It's just not worth it. And it's fun. It's like fun to keep them because you can look back and stuff. And honestly, I kind of wish I kept a lot of my old houses, because like, especially my first house, it's like, I know nobody has really their first house probably kept in Bloxburg, but it's so fun to look back and all the progress you've made on it, and it's just like really cool to look back and like have that, I guess. It's like a little nostalgia part of Bloxburg, which I love. So yeah, don't delete your houses unless you really want to. Obviously, nothing to stop you, but I think because I used to do I would delete houses and like use the money to build new houses. Like a year ago, I used to be like a super low level kind of in pizza delivery. Like I feel like people would ask me like, oh, what level are you in pizza delivery? And I'd be like 20, which for the amount I've played Bloxburg in years and time spent in the game, I feel like you'd think I'd be on like a level 50 or something way higher or almost there, but I was not, because I would just do that. So yeah, don't do it. Just get your levels up and work a lot more, because I'm still not even on level 50 promotion for pizza delivery yet. Like I'm on 48 or 47, I'm not sure, but I'm almost there. I'm like, oh my gosh, once I hit that, I am gonna be so happy. Like you don't even know. Like that is like, I feel like the biggest thing in Bloxburg. But I know another thing so I don't know if you guys watch Brampy, but he's one of the developers or contributors to the game, so he kind of knows his stuff. But he thinks that you should get your levels up, your skills, and maybe your levels in working, I guess. But he thinks you should get your skills up because he thinks they're gonna get harder, and they're gonna make like stuff a little more trickier. They're gonna add stuff so the skills have more benefit to you. Like I'm level 10 at cooking. That's it. That's the only skill I'm like maxed out on. And before I don't know if it just happened. I think it happened right before I started to like max all my cooking skills. One day I sat down and just did all my cooking skills, and I got it like all maxed up. But before the cooking thing, it used to be like you would just sit there and just make your food or whatever, and like you'd have to click any buttons or anything. Like you have to move it to like the oven and stuff, you know, but like you didn't have to click any buttons. And now they made it so you have to like click a button every few things, you know, and it's a lot harder. Like you can't really like just be AFK for a second. And the ovens have gotten to be so much longer. Like they used to be really fast. Like you could sit there and, you know, put your food in the oven and then it would be done. But now they made it so you have to wait like a minute or two for your food to be done, which takes a long time. So he was saying like, get your food or your skills up now, because they're probably gonna make it harder and eventually, so just get your food up, basically, or any skill up, because we don't know, because any of the other skills don't really have any benefits yet, like the athletic skill. Like you can run on the treadmill and that's so easy, all you do is run on the treadmill, but it's not really doing anything, I guess, for Bloxburg, if that makes sense. Like you're not really doing that. So yeah, I guess that was kind of interesting because I didn't really realize that, but it does seem true. Like they have been changing how the skills work and relate to each other, and I feel like right now they don't have a good, like they're not very interesting to the game, but I think eventually they will be more of a bigger part to the game, because why else are they there? And they still have 2 skills that you can't even use yet. I think it's like programming and crafting. So I don't know how they're gonna relate that to the game, but Bloxburg, they're always trying to find ways to make it a little more harder, a little more realistic, which I think is a good thing, but it can also be a little annoying. So if you don't want to spend more time on your levels or your skills, I'm sorry, I like almost burped. I think like talking just makes it get worse, but if you don't want to spend like a ton of time on that, do it now before it's too late, because it's just gonna make it worse. Okay, with that being said, I think I'm going to call it a day here. I need to go finish editing this and uploading this, and I already am doing this later than I'd like to, because last time I uploaded a video, it took me a long time, and I wanted to upload this tomorrow, but I'm not sure if that's possible. So, anyways, I hope you guys liked my voiceover and the speed build, and I'll see you guys in the third and final part. Bye! bye.